Hey, that's good. How are you? All right. And look, Lockie, yeah. Zane's over here. You're right. Oh, Lockie. Oh, well, Lockie can come with the scoring over here if you want. And Nick keeps saying on the camera there, if you could hear us happy with that. Come in and join us here for the scoring over here. Yeah, all right. At half time we'll swap them over. All right, okay. Eventually. So, you can now see everyone will give you your seat. Right, so I'll give you this seat here at the top of it. Plastic chairs. I think Lockie might come over to the square in here. Hello, Zane. Have you come to the scoring over here? That's right. There's the seat here and there's the actual seat. You can talk about the other. Still there? Nice. Good seat. So thanks for the line.
It's live?
It's live now.
Make sure you grab the water bottle, just sipping, and then make sure when you go on you take one for your teammates.
Okay, welcome to TIO Oval 2 in Darwin. We're about to call the Under-18 Girls preliminary final between St Mary's and Southern Districts. Two teams that have got full of stars, and St Mary's do have the wood over Districts at the moment, but we're hoping to see a close game. I'm with Stewie Davis. Stewie,
Colleen, welcome. Confession time. I haven't called an under-18 girls team all year, so I don't know much about the players, but we'll give it a crack, won't we?
Yeah, well, looking at the list, we've certainly got some well-known Northern Territory names here, and one of the unfortunate omissions is Janome Anderson's not out there for St Mary's, and I would say that districts would be breathing a sigh of relief not to have her out there. But you'll no doubt see some familiar names as the game goes on.
Yeah, so the game has started, as you can see on the screen, and the ball's in the centre of the ground, just out towards the grandstand side wing, but players just having trouble getting the ball out into some space at the moment, as you'd expect early in a big final like this. Of course, the winner goes on to play in the grand final next week against Darwin, who beat St Mary's last week. So ball comes out here, and Elcote gets a clearance for Saints down towards the centre of the ground, and now they're looking to go forward, but a good tackle there just to put enough pressure on to affect the kick. And but Saints pick up again, go deep into the forward line in the marking contest there. Madison Harrison, she backs up again, gets the crumbs herself and kicks the goal for the first score of the game. So a great start for Saints.
Yeah, Madison Harris certainly is a focus for them up forward. She's got 28 goals for the year, and their leading goal kicker. So I would say that districts would certainly want to close her down and not give her any room.
Yeah, starting out of the goal square, and she was certainly prominent when the ball came down for the first time. Got her hands on it in the marking contest, but then recovered really well and banged through the goal to get Saints off to the perfect start. So from the restart for districts, it's Taylor Waterbury doing the ruck work, and she wins this hit out, and districts get the clearance down towards centre half forward. Juggling attempt at the mark, it's not held, but they are still going forward just outside forward 50 there. Picked up by Rania Hewitt. She was tackled as she went to kick the ball. Saints through the hands, and then a kick down the corridor towards the centre of the ground. Contesting there for Saints is Zoe McDowell, and the ball comes out now, and a bit of a scrubber kick forward, but picked up down there by Busuttil, who got a bit of a kick forward, but Saints have got control of the ball now, and they've gone inside forward 50 again. Some strong body work in there, and that looks like a bit of a clumsy attempt at a tackle by Gabrielle Stanley, and she gives away the free kick.
Yeah, already you see St Mary's linking up quite nicely out of defence. They seem to know where each other is, and being able to bring the ball quite easily out of the opposition's 50.
So the ball's inside forward 50 again. It's Harris. She's caught with the ball this time. An excellent tackle by Jade Ehrlich, and but just tackled her over the boundary line, so it'll be a boundary throw in, but really good defensive work there by Jade. So the boundary throw in the left forward pocket for St Mary's in this first quarter. Ball on the ground, and free kick here for holding. The ball spilled out. No, the St Mary's player thought it was her kick, but she tackled Georgia Campbell without the ball there. Campbell wastes no time, kicks it out towards the half-back flank, but Saints have got some numbers out there and work the ball through the hands, and the kick comes forward again. That's going close to the boundary line, bounces inside. Harris is there again for Saints, up against Casey Marsden for districts. Marsden has the ball in front of her again now. Picks up, she's tackled, tries to get rid of the ball. It's snatched out of her hands beautifully there by Marietta Port Jimmy, and had a snap on goal, but hit the goal post in the end, so a minor score only.
Yeah, Marietta really dangerous around goals. She's already played 65 games and still in under 18, so a lot of football for someone so young.
So Jade Ehrlich brings the ball back in for Southern Districts. She goes towards the outer side of the ground, but Saints again with numbers chop it off. The kick's just gone into the hands of Ehrlich there. She gets rid of the ball before she's tackled, and a quick kick out by Geraldine Evans for Southern Districts, but this one's chopped off by Shavaya Lee for Saints. She centres the ball into the corridor. That's a good pass, and finds her teammate there in Nancy Holtz. So Holt's directly in front. I think the distance could be a problem from there, Colleen.
Yeah, probably a little bit out of her range.
She's chipping it into the goal. It's going, might have gone over the pack, but it was a good kick in the end. But Marietta Port Jimmy just put her hands up, but couldn't take the mark, and it went off her hands through for a minor score.
Yeah, District's just a little bit loose in Saints forward 50. They've got to be careful. Some of these girls can kick the ball 40 metres, so very dangerous.
So Saints again, this time through Geekus, gets the kick in towards the top of the goal square. Districts have got some numbers there, but Saints too putting the pressure on with some tackling. And the ball eventually breaks free, and that's well done there by Brooklyn Tarrant, who just dragged it out of her opponent's hands and then ran away and kicked it straight down the middle of the ground. But Saints have brought it back in again, and this time Charlie Simmons takes the mark at centre half forward. Charlie Simmons, of course, we've seen in some Premier League action this year, so one of the stars of this game and the competition, I would think. But she's chipped it up looking here, but nicely intercepted there by Grace Whitaker for Districts. And she clears them outside defensive 50 towards the wing on the grandstand side. But Saints again well organised in defence, and this is Geekus again, who brings the ball inside 50, but picked up down there by Casey Marsden. She was tackled with the ball. Geekus again got a kick, but that's smothered. It's rolling out towards the boundary line and goes over for another boundary throw-in.
Yeah, good start to the game, Stu. Good to see both teams. Tackling's very strong, and the players are keeping their feet. That's what you always like to see in the junior competition. Yeah, really important. Gives you the best opportunity to win the ball, obviously, and ball over the back. But Districts now with a clearing kick. There's Rain Kinner there, but advantage is paid, and Casey Dunlop for Districts drives the ball down towards centre half forward for them, but good defensive work by Taylor Pollard. Clears it out towards the wing on the outer side of the ground, but Districts again, this time through Evans, drive it back in towards centre half forward, but Parnell back there, Kiralee Parnell, does some good intercept work and drives them inside the forward 50 again. So the ball just bobbling around at half forward for Saints, but a free kick's been found here, and it's going the way of Georgia Campbell for Southern Districts. Yeah, Districts' disposal a little bit wayward at the moment. They've really got to pick a target out and try and hit it.
Cherise King for Saints got a boot to the ball there and advanced at about 20 metres, but Districts again behind the ball. This time Montana Masters with a kick forward, but her kick's chopped off, and Saints kick towards the other side of the ground. Hand pass forward, and nicely taken there, but tackled straight away. And now Sophie Berry for Southern Districts found some space, but then had her kick smothered, had another go and kick forward. Ball spills to the back, and Saints just trying to force it forward now with numbers there. Now a kick out of the pack goes high inside forward 50, hits the ground, play on's the call, and the ball bobbles loose. But St Mary's again, strong work there, and but Charlotte Elcote got tackled in the end. The hand pass came across, and a kick on goal is just offline, and that was Marietta Port Jimmy again. So Saints have dominated the field position so far, Colleen, and fortunately for Southern Districts, they've only been able to put the one goal on the board. Yeah,
I think the Districts really just need to lower their eyes a little bit, pick a target out. They seem to be blazing away. Maybe that's a lack of communication, I'm not sure.
So Districts again towards the outer side of the ground. Back there for St Mary's is Elcote. She's tackled with the ball. It spills out. Play on's the call. Quick kick forward by Lee, and a mark's taken down here. And I think that might be Port Jimmy again, Colleen. No, it's not, in fact.
I think it's Nancy Holtz, is it?
Oh, yeah. So she's with the set shot now, lining up about a 45-degree angle. The kick's on the way. That's she's sprayed that one off the side of her boot and out of bounds on the full, so it'll be a Southern Districts kick in down there.
She is looking dangerous down there, Nancy. Yeah. She's we really need a bit more close checking on her. Dangerous with the ball.
So the kick from that free kick went to the outer side of the ground and off the boots and over the boundary line, but inside the 50, so it'll be a boundary throw in. Zoe McDowell doing the ruck work for Saints up against Waterbury for Districts. Waterbury wins the hit out, but straight down to her opponent's throat. It goes over the head of everyone there, but through for a behind once again. So just a bit of inaccuracy from Saints keeping Districts in the game at this stage.
Yeah, good use of the body by Irini Gikas there. Just did that well.
So the kick in goes to the outer side of the ground. Hand pass inboard there by Gikas again, and now good defensive work by Evans. Just couldn't control the ball in the end, but Districts are in again, but a quick kick forward, and going back here is Tarrant. She couldn't hold on to that mark. She's in there fighting for it again still, but Saints again with the numbers, but as soon as Simmons picked up the ball, then she was tackled. It spills out, and now Southern Districts have got some numbers around the ball and look to clear, but good work by Charlie Simmons again to smother that kick from Gracie Basutti, but saw the ball ricochet out of bounds for a boundary throw in once again.
Brooklyn Tarrant has really started the game well. That tackle was ferocious, that last one, so she's a very strong player.
Ball over the back and picked up by Marsden for Districts. She switches the ball across the ground towards the wing on the outer side. Out in front there is Dunlop, but she's lost possession of the ball, and Saints drive it back inside 50 again, but only as far as Marsden again, who drives it back down the corridor over the centre circle, but St Mary's pretty well set up defensively down there, and ball just bouncing around a bit, picked up by Parnell for St Mary's. We've got a whistle here, and I'm not sure what's going on here.
It might be a blood roll, is it? Or no? Parnell, name that you just called there, Stu, brother plays in the Premier League, Karen Parnell.
That's right.
He's an absolute star, and she's been getting a bit of it already, so she's probably one to watch.
Yeah, that's for sure. She's, it's a talented family, but Cherise King had the free kick, kicked it forward, but Saints back there through Tipalura. So but they're coming forward again through Holtz. Drives the ball down towards centre half forward. Nicely taken there by Geekus, but got tackled with the ball and penalised. So again, good defensive work. Casey Marsden also been pretty prominent in defence for Districts so far.
This is where they really need to hit a target here. The Saints players are just sitting back, Stu, and then running the ball out of the 50. And again, here we go. So they really need a player to come forward and take that mark. Yeah,
just as they looked like they were going to run it out, a player off the ball gave away the free kick, so that didn't help them at all. Saints again, and Geekus again at half forward takes the mark. But she's just outside the 50 at the moment. It's a nice looking kick inside 50, and sitting at the back of the pack there was Shavia Lee. Took a well judged mark, and she'll go back, and it looks like she's lining up to have a shot at goal. There's players in the goal square, and the kick's on the way now. Looks like she's just pulled that a bit, and she has in fact, and goes over the boundary on the full, and so another free kick to Southern Districts. We're over 14 minutes into this first quarter, and I think Southern Districts would just be looking to hold on for the rest of the quarter now. They've been camped in defence for most of the quarter, and now they've got a chance to run it out of defence, and nicely done by Grace Whitaker, kicks along the wing, but again the ball's off hands and over the boundary line, and another throw in.
Yeah, the inside 50 count for St Mary's would look pretty good at this stage, Stu, and if you think they've only got that one goal, I'd say Districts would be very happy about that. You know, they just need to adjust a few things, and, you know, it's game on here.
Yeah, absolutely. So there we are, quarter time in this preliminary final in the under-18 NTFL Girls competition. St Mary's 1-4-10, leading districts yet to score. We'll be back shortly with the second quarter.
Okay, welcome back to TIO Oval 2, where we have the second quarter, the under-18 girls preliminary final between St Mary's and Southern Districts, and I guess you'd say one-sided first quarter. All the possessions to St Mary's, plenty of inside 50s, but really didn't do the damage on the scoreboard, Stu.
No, that's right. And St Mary's, you would think coming into this game favourites. They finished the minor rounds on top of the premiership table, but lost in their first final last week. So, but yeah, the damage isn't too great so far as Southern Districts is concerned, and an opportunity if they can start just to win some clearances and string some possessions together to move the ball into their forward line. They are still in the game, certainly, but as I say that, it's St Mary's with the clearance through Rosalind Starr. She kicks down to half forward and marked beautifully, taken down there by Shavaya Lee. Lee kicks towards the forward pocket down there, and out in front the mark is taken by Madison Harris for Saints, and so not the start that Districts would have been wanting, but St Mary's good use of the ball a couple of times going forward, and now Harris with the set shot from goal. She of course is the only goal scorer in the game so far.
That was a great series of kicks there, and a beautiful leading forward coming out, which is Harris, and let's see if she can capitalise.
It's a strong looking kick.
That is a good kick.
But just pushed it slightly, so again St Mary's inaccurate, and 1 goal 5 on the board now. So just waiting for the ball to come back in. Jade Ehrlich again for Southern District. She changes her mind here and kicks into the player directly in front of her. St Mary's players all around it now. The hand pass comes out. Snapshot on goal by Geekus, and she's put it through. So a costly error in defence, and a great finish by St Mary's. Pounced on that loose ball, and great finish, and something that they haven't been able to do since early in the first quarter is finish well, and now Southern Districts with the job ahead of them.
Yeah, Leith Waterbury, the coach of Districts, would be a little bit disappointed in that. Really just execution was poor. But, you know, it's I think just if they lower their eyes a little bit, hit up some targets and try and get a series of possessions going, you know, they're in the game.
So from the restart, Districts get the clearance this time with a long kick inside forward 50, running onto it down there for Southern Districts is Rania Hewitt. Dribbles the ball towards goal, but it just goes across the face and through for a behind. So District's first score on the board. They've got the ball down in their forward line. Just need to be able to lock it in here and give themselves some repeat opportunities. So Saints out of defence through Pollard. Her kick goes out towards the half-back flank, and bit of a flurry of hands out there, and the ball's loose on the ground. Attempted soccer off the ground was missed. Evans for Districts picked it up, kicked it forward. She's in there again, and again ball loose on the ground. Players keeping their feet, but St Mary's through Isabandal kicks to the outer side of the ground into some space. It's a foot race out there, and nicely picked up for St Mary's by Chelsea Dunn, and she drives them past the centre mark, and she's got teammates down there. Star again advances the ball, and now Thought Jimmy runs onto it, has a bounce, kicks towards goal. It goes over the head of the couple of players there. It's bouncing towards goal. Picked up down there once again by Madison Harris, and she's kicked the goal, and just really efficient going forward in this quarter, Colleen. Yeah,
just St Mary's, their ability to just take the game on, run and carry and hit up a target. It's just the real difference in this game at the moment.
Yeah, and you could see there they got the ball into space, and their skills were good, and that's how you get scores on the board, and move the ball quickly and find the space.
Yeah, the movement in the St Mary's 50 is very good. You know, they're continuing to move, presenting opportunities, and they're getting rewarded for that.
So just waiting for the boundary umpire to take up his position, and we'll have a restart here. So in the rucks for Saints is Dakota Pettit-Holmes, but there's a whistle on the play here.
Infringement somewhere.
Looks like it's St Mary's free kick, so it'll be Pettit-Holmes with the free kick. She kicks straight down the centre of the ground, and ball bouncing down there, picked up, and Saints with the opportunity again. Hand pass comes across to Tipalura. Tipalura kicks in towards the goal square and out in front. Mark taken again by Shavaya Lee, and she's taken 3 or 4 strong marks in that forward line, and is proven to be a dangerous player. So a set shot now, kicks on the way, looks pretty good if it's got the distance, and it has got the distance, and St Mary's really piling it on early in this second quarter, so we're only at the 5-minute mark and they've scored 3 goals already in this quarter.
Yeah, everyone's contributing for Saints. I've been waiting for Latoya Tipaluri to come into the game. She is a player to watch. She's only relatively small, but she certainly plays like a big player, and once she gets around you, it's no catching her. So always one to watch, Latoya.
Yeah, so see what Southern Districts can do from here, but they just need to get their hands on the ball at the moment and find some teammates with their disposals. But beautiful hit out, and Saints with another clearance straight down the middle of the ground once again into the danger area, picked up and swung round the corner. The shot at goal goes deep. Harrison goes back, takes the mark, plays on straight away, and from about 2 metres out puts through her 3rd goal of the game, and Saints are really dominating now.
Oh, Harris is good, isn't she? She's really making great position, and then knows where the goals are, and just happy to run and carry and have a go at everything. And what you're seeing with St Mary's at the moment is they're a team that's got amazing momentum, and I would say there's very little pressure on them by the opposition. They've got to get some touch. They have to really start to make St Mary's work to be able to gain possession of the ball.
Yes, it's certainly one-way traffic so far in this quarter, apart from the one forward entry that Districts had, and they scored, but it wasn't a goal, unfortunately. So once again, just waiting for the ball to come back. We're almost ready. And we're underway now, and Pettit Holmes for Saints wins the hit out again. Again, the clearance, but it's gone sideways this time. Out towards the grandstand wing, patting the ball in front of her was Cherise King, but couldn't take possession. The ball's loose now, and over it there for Southern Districts was Casey Marsden, but ball's locked in, and we'll have a ball up just forward of the wing for St Mary's. Ball loose on the ground now, and free kick's been paid here, and it's going to Geekus, and she'll take the free kick from the wing. She's signalling that she's intending to go long with this one. She does. It's a nice kick down towards half forward. Good defensive work with the fist there, but the crumbs picked up by Port Jimmy. She kicks the ball in towards the goal square again, and ball loose on the ground, towed off the ground, and Districts the chance to clear now if they can take the ball cleanly in the hands, which they can't at the first attempt, do now, and that's Geraldine Evans. Kicks it down towards the centre of the ground where they've got some numbers, but really good defensive work there by Holly Beattie from Saints. Just chopped that foray off for Districts, and now Saints just trying to force the ball forward at all opportunities. Port Jimmy again gets some space, kicks down towards the goal square, but Ehrlich going back for Districts takes it and kicks on her left foot, follows up herself, picks up and clears it out of defence. Good defensive work by Ehrlich for Southern Districts out towards the wing, and again Saints come across with some numbers, and Holly Beattie once again kicks in towards the centre of the ground, but that's gone straight to her opposition player in Evans. Evans kicks it down towards half forward. The marking contest there sees the ball spill to the ground. Oh, nicely taken at the front of the pack there by Seaton Scott, but she gives up possession there to Issa Bandau, but a terrific tackle, and justly rewarded, and so Districts now the opportunity straight down the middle of the ground, but that's picked out. Etta Baptista, the Southern District, there's St Mary's defender.
That's what they need, though. They need someone to take it on, and
so Baptista's kick was smothered, and Districts a chance, but St Mary's get back in numbers to help their teammates. Clearing out of defence there is Geekus for St Mary's, and now the ball's in a bit of space, and this is where they've been damaging this quarter. When the ball gets into some space, they've been able to run the ball and string possessions together, but Districts have worked back and clogged it up a bit, but a toe off the ground there by Elcote. Sees the ball go out towards the wing. Districts an opportunity now through Berry. She kicks long down towards half forward. But again there for Saints is Baptista. She's tackled with the ball. It spills out. Play on's the call. Players just having trouble picking it up cleanly off the ground at the moment. But now an opportunity through Seaton Scott, and a high kick for Districts going forward. And on the end of this, the mark's almost taken there by Casey Dunlop. Just spilled out. Hand pass forward and a snapshot towards the goal. An opportunity still for Southern Districts. Through the hands onto the boot. It's dribbling, but just touched on the line. Sophie Berry there got her foot to the ball, but I think the goal umpire signalled that this was touched. Just a bit of a conference between the officials here. And yep, as the goal umpire called initially, it's touched through for a behind. So that was probably District's most promising forward entry, and just unlucky that didn't quite get enough purchase on the boot to get it over the line. So brought in by Pollard for Saints, but this one's chopped off by Berry for Southern Districts. She tried to play on quickly, but umpire says that she has to go round behind her mark on the correct angle. So Sophie Berry has another go. She kicks in towards the top of the goal square. This time off hands, it's over the back of the pack, running towards the goal line. But St Mary's got there first, and it's over for a rush behind.
Certainly see a lift here from Districts. They've picked it up probably about 10 or 15%, and that's sometimes all you need.
So again, they've intercepted this going forward, and again it's Berry. She goes short, looking for her teammate down there in Dunlop, but just couldn't take the mark. Good forward pressure, and that's a great tackle by Nakia Seaton Scott for Southern Districts, and she's just about within scoring distance from here. Kicks on the way, but that's off the side of the boot a bit, bounces inside the boundary line and goes over. And a boundary throw in the right forward pocket for District. So at least they're locking the ball in their forward line and giving themselves some opportunities to score.
Absolutely. There's definitely been a lift in the Districts team. Just their execution, not great. They pick that up a bit and try and get themselves back into this game.
Use of the body there, but it was Saints who got their hands on the ball. Again, there's pack around. Good hands to get that one clear, but nicely picked up by Marsden. But just as Saints were running away with the ball, the whistle's gone, and it's going to be a Southern Districts free kick. And Marsden again kicks them deep inside the forward 50. The ball's bouncing around on the ground. Southern District, St Mary's in there with some strength. Hand pass comes out and just towed forward. Now picked up nicely down there by Simmons. She hand passed looking for a teammate, just didn't hit that target, but Simmons is in there again, and now there's a Southern Districts free kick, and they will bring the ball inside forward 50 again. Strong leap at the ball from behind, but went over the back of the pack, and the ball's loose on the ground again. Punched out here, and now the opportunity for Bonnie Brown for District. She snaps towards goal, but again across the face and offline. You sort of sense that if they can get a goal on the board, they might be able to build some momentum, Colleen.
Yeah, probably a little bit of confidence and belief. They're doing a lot of tackling. Certainly their defensive game is better. It's just their execution when they have got the ball they need to improve on.
But this is one part of the game that they're doing really well. Saints just can't get it out of defensive 50 at the moment, and Casey Marsden's taken a mark again, chips it across towards the top of the goal square. It's loose there. Strong tackle, and that was Rania Hewitt with that tackle, but no prior opportunity according to the umpire, and it's a ball up. So right at the top of the Southern Districts forward goal square, but free kick's been paid to St Mary's here. And so they'll try to clear it out of defence again. This time they go straight up the corridor with the kick from Elcote. It was Lee who got her hands on the ball, but didn't take the mark. It's loose here, and Simmons in there picked up, but was dispossessed. Southern Districts through the hands inside forward 50. Ball comes back out just as they're having another forward attack, but Sirens beaten them, and so Saints really came out of the blocks in that quarter. Colleen piled on 4 goals, but I think for basically the second half of the quarter, Southern Districts were really promising, dominated field position, and looked a lot more promising for them.
Yeah, absolutely. They finished that quarter well. Let's hope that they bring that momentum into the second half, and we may have a game on our hands.
Yeah. They just need to be able to get some score on the board to put a bit of pressure on Saints. So there it is at half time. Saints with a handy 31-point lead, and we'll be back for the third quarter in not too long.
quick. Sharp. New haircut.
Slick, mate.
Welcome back to TIO 2, where we have the preliminary final between Southern Districts and St Mary's. Not close on the scoreboard, but certainly the play seems to be a lot closer in terms of contested ball and the way both teams are playing. But, you know, Saints just got that run on Stu, and it really did some damage to Districts. That's right. Early in the second quarter, they piled it on, and just their efficiency going forward was telling. But we're underway again. Southern Districts have gone forward, but good combination in defence. Parnell gets the hand pass out to no one in particular, follows up herself. Hand passes out in front of a teammate, and now Saints through Elcote. Just had a jumper pulled and got the hand pass out, and Southern Districts again putting the pressure on, but out of defence. Geekus advances Saints down towards the centre of the ground. Loose ball inside the centre square, and Waterbury with a quick kick forward. Teammate comes in now in Marsden. She got tackled with the ball, and then in turn tackled her opponent Geekus, and it's a stalemate. We'll have a ball up pretty much in the centre of the ground. Just Casey Marsden, she's the joint captain, best and fairest, and has played a bit of Premier League this year. I saw her play a couple of games and really held her own, so she's certainly one to watch in the future in terms of our academy, and what she might be able to do, whether it be in our local competition or maybe take it further. Yeah, and as you were speaking, Colleen, Saints took it forward again, and it was Shavaya Lee again, who's been dangerous forward all night, had a shot at goal but just missed. So Southern Districts through Jade Ehrlich trying to clear it out of defence. Well, nice hands down there by Geraldine Evans, but just tried to dodge past one too many, I think. Got caught with the ball, and Irini Geekus tackled her and will take the free kick. She's looking to switch the ball back into the corridor there, but it's chopped off by Kinner for Southern Districts. She kicks forward, but Saints again, good hands. Geekus hand passes back inside, but well read there in defence for Southern Districts by Jenna Winteridge, and she
cleared the ball, but Saints bring it straight back in again. And, good defensive mark taken there by Michaela Shaw. Strong overhead mark, and now a powerful kick out of defence sees the ball go down towards the centre of the ground. District's got players out the back if they can get their hands on it and get the ball moving. It's just held up, and a throw has been called, in fact. And again, it's a St Mary's free kick. So the ball chipped out towards the wing, but Districts have got some numbers here, and through the hands, Wintridge again looking to get the ball to the advantage of Grace Whitaker. They've moved the ball pretty well around the boundary line there, gained plenty of ground, but Saints again strong in defence, kick the ball back in towards the corridor. Elcote again with some strong work, gets a hand pass across, and Saints going forward, inside forward 50 once again. The District's defender there, Tarrant, under plenty of pressure from Saints' opponents, but does really well, and now breaks clear with the ball, kicks long down, looking for a teammate inside the centre square, but again, Charlotte Elcote in defence. She's been really strong at half-back for Saints, and rebounds the ball back inside forward 50, but it's Southern Districts who managed to chip it out. We've got a 50-metre penalty here as Sky Anderson took the mark, and she's sprinting away, wants to get the ball moving quickly down in their forward line, as she should. I think there's a second 50 been paid here, because the Saints player Rosalind Starr didn't get out of the way, and now she kicks hurriedly in towards the forward pocket. It's picked up down there by Hewitt. Hewitt swings the ball back round towards the goal mouth. Tapped over the top cleverly by Seaton Scott, but she just couldn't get control of the ball. But it comes out here to Grace Whitaker, has a snapshot on goal, but across the face of goal, and in fact bounced inside the field of play and then over the boundary line. So they've got a stoppage deep in their forward line with a boundary throw in, and a chance to score from here.
Stu, Brooklyn Tarrant, we've been calling her name a lot. She's playing a strong game. She had the confidence to carry the ball out of the 50, and believe it or not, she could still be playing under 15s.
And a snapshot on goal from the outside of the foot by Grace Whitaker, but again, only a minor score for Southern Districts. Yeah, she's a tall girl as well, so a huge future, you would think.
Very athletic, strong, and what I've been told is one of the more mature players, and probably a good future for her as well in AFL.
Casey Marsden took that intercept mark, got the centering kick where Hewitt ran onto it. Now, strong work there and a snapshot at goal, but again, offline, and this one's sprayed wide and out of bounds on the full, unfortunately for Districts.
Well, their scoring shots are getting up there, 5 to 11, so, if we take that into consideration, they're in the game. They've just got to compose themselves in front of goals, look for the best option, and, try and convert the goal.
So just waiting for the ball to be retrieved from over the fence here. So we're back underway. The kick comes in. Again in front was Marsden, and she was interfered with, and will take the free kick. She's looking to centre the ball again, this time to the top of the goal square. Strong mark taken down there for Southern Districts by Waterbury, and she'll go back and have a set shot. Again, a disappointing finish for Southern Districts.
So her dad's the coach, and I wonder if he's got the runner going out to daughter at the moment. She just needed to give herself some space, go through a routine and compose herself, and I think she just wanted to rush that, and that often happens when you're down by a few goals. You tend to get, you feel rushed, and that's what happened there.
Yeah, I think she's one of the younger players in the team as well, Colleen, so just learn from your experiences. But the ball's loose at the back now, and Evans for Southern Districts looking to kick it in. It comes off the boot of the St Mary's defender there in Issa Bando, and that went over the boundary line on the full, so that should be a free kick, I would think. And it's going to be Waterbury again for Southern Districts. So this time Waterbury's kick goes in, lands in the goal square, goes over the back of the pack there. There's players milling around. Baptista got the hand pass out, but a quick snap on goal for Southern Districts. And that was Rania Hewitt. And at last, Districts have got their first goal on the board, and everyone congratulating her as they should, and that'll be a real confidence booster for them.
Yeah, well, good kick by Waterbury. I think she wanted to make amends after the first one, and I think she needed a lift home tonight with Dad. So, no, that was a nice kick in and a good finish by Southern Districts. So, you know, if you didn't look at the score, you would have thought that this game was, a couple of points in it.
Well, really, apart from 7 or 8 minutes in that second quarter, the game is even, basically. So,
yeah.
Yeah, so it's encouraging signs for Southern Districts, and if they can get some back-to-back scoring going, then they're still in the game. 8 minutes into the third quarter here in this preliminary final, and back in the centre of the ground now. Hit out one there by Montana Masters for Districts. Ball's on the ground. Running with it was Geraldine Evans. Just couldn't pick it up, unfortunately, for Districts. And now the ball comes out. And Masters again drives the ball forward. Mark spilled it half back for St Mary's. Coming in nicely there for Districts was Marsden. Got the ball over, and now the kick forward. But strong in defence. St Mary's running it out and looking to kick the ball into some space where they've got players here. The bounce was a bit awkward, and tap forward. Coming in and overrun it there was Harris, a long way up the ground from where we've seen her so far tonight. But we've got a free kick here for a high tackle, and that's going St Mary's way. And that's Latoya Tikulura. She kicks the ball down towards forward 50, but working back in defence now for Districts was Hewitt. She kicks the ball into the centre of the ground. Players in contest there. It's picked up by Charisse King for Saints, but ball spilt free, and now Districts again through Whitaker. Kicks the ball into space to the outer side of the ground. It's a bit of a foot race to see who gets there first. And again, under pressure, Parnell laid the tackle, but Districts still with their nose over the ball, trying to work it forward. Umpire's letting it go. Marsden there had given up the ghost, but play on's the call. The kick comes in inside forward 50. Again, Southern Districts just trying to work the ball through the hands to a spare player, but St Mary's defenders are all over him at this stage, and now there's another whistle, and it's a St Mary's free kick in defence.
If there's an area Southern Districts could improve on, it's getting to the ball first. They're often second to the ball. I think they can turn that around and get first possession. It will allow them to use the ball better.
So they win the ball out of that contest, kick forward, but it's chopped off by Parnell. She has a look around, plays on straight away, but she's not allowed to by the looks. Oh no, we've got an injured player in the hands of trainers, so game's just being held up here. So
there's just one player out there being quite impressed with is Geraldine Evans, number 3 for Southern Districts. Probably the smallest out there. Welcome back to TIO 2. We have the final quarter about to start and the preliminary final between St Mary's and Districts. And, Yeah, let's see what happens here. We do have a Districts who are really full of momentum through the back end of that quarter. Do they have enough to get over St Mary's, who are 4 goals in front?
Yeah, it's probably a big ask, but I'm sure they'll keep having a crack. Their coach, Leith Waterbury, would have roused them for one final effort in this game, and they've got their hands on the ball early here. And got the ball inside their forward 50. But, it's a foot race on there, and no one can control the ball, unfortunately, and it's bounced over the boundary line, and we'll have a throw in deep in the forward pocket for Southern Districts. But yeah, just 2 of the better players on the ground, I think, involved in the play there. Colleen Rania Hewitt for Districts, and Charlotte Elcote for St Mary's has been strong in defence as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
There she is as we speak, picks the ball up, gets a hand pass forward, but it's chopped off by her opponent. She's in the action again, and just trying to work it out. They get it out now. Districts with a quick kick forward, but Saints in defence. That's a dangerous kick across the front of goal, and Districts have got the numbers there. Shot on goal. Looks like it's going to go all the way through. It has, and I just didn't pick up who kicked that. I think it was Sophie Berry, actually.
I think it is, yeah.
Yeah, so... yeah, so that's exactly the start that Districts would have been looking for in this final quarter, and narrows that margin down to 3 goals.
Well, we talked about composure, and she was definitely composed there. Yeah. She went from a left and over to a preferred right foot and just lined the goals up and took her time, and that's what they need to do. If there's no immediate pressure, you dictate your own time. So good goal by Districts.
Yeah, terrific start, as we said, and... maybe a bit of nerves creeping into the Saints camp, because really Districts have been the stronger side in the second half of this game. They've kicked the only 2 goals in the second half, and look like they're finishing full of running.
Stu, I think the difference is that Districts are getting the clearances from the centre bounce. Before, I think probably 80 to 90% were going to Saints, and if they can keep getting those clearances, they give themselves an opportunity.
And just as you say that, just Saints carry the ball forward, but a strong mark in defence by Michaela Shaw for Southern Districts. She moves the ball quickly to the outer side of the ground. First there for Saints is Rosalind Starr. She's worried out of it by Evans, who picked up and hand passed the teammate. The kick comes high across towards half forward, but it's Districts again with hands on it first, coming inside forward 50. The ball's loose in defence. Hand pass misses the target, but nicely tidied up back there by Pollard for St Mary's, and she kicks the ball to space to the outer side, but only as far as Whitaker for Districts, who dodges one player, kicks long into the goal square. Marking contest down there, but there's Elcote again for St Mary's with strength, but kicks off target. Evans is there for Southern Districts. Again, just can't take the ball cleanly, and loses possession of it, but Districts are still in there. Now a quick left foot kick forward, but nicely chopped off in defence. And Baptista kicked it out to Tipalura. Tipalura now struggling to get possession, but she picks it up now. She's tackled with the ball. Hand pass. Ball slipped out as she tried to hand pass, and she's penalised. And the crowd's really getting into the game now as well, as Sophie Berry kicks the ball down inside 50, and Districts bring it in again, but Charlotte Elcote close to best on ground, I would have thought, the work she's done in defence.
Yeah, no, she's had a really nice game, and she took a fly in that third quarter too, and nearly took a screamer.
So the ball is out on the wing. This one's chopped off for St Mary's by Pettit Holmes. She kicks the ball down the corridor, and Saints good use of the ball through the hands, but caught with it there was King in the tackle. It spilled out. Play on's the call, picked up in defence by Shaw for Southern Districts. Her kick comes out towards the centre square, but nicely chopped off by Dakota Pettit Holmes. She wastes no time driving Saints forward again, and over the ball there was
probably a bit unlucky there, I think.
Yeah, so it's Zoe McDowell who kicks the ball in towards the goal square. Districts got their hands on it first. Mark was spilt, but recovered to pick it up, but the tackle was laid, and it's a free kick to St Mary's, and Charlie Simmons will have the shot on goal from only about 20 metres out, I would think. So a chance for Saints to score a settler here after they've been under a fair bit of pressure in recent times. But Simmons with the kick on the way. It looks like it's swinging back, but it just hasn't got the distance, and it's punched away. First there in recovery for Saints once again was Madison Harris, but this time she's off target with her shot on goal.
And I've harped on a lot during this game, but it's when districts lose that composure when they have ball in possession that creates those turnovers. They've really got to be a little bit more composed.
So looking to bring it out of defence, but it's chopped off by Simmons again for St Mary's, and she's settling things down now, taking her time. She's has a look around for some options in the end. I think she's decided she'll just go long down towards the goal square. It's going deep down towards the behind line. Ball's loose on the ground. Picked up nicely down there by Lee. Hand pass backwards through the hands again. Saints trying to work it to a free teammate. Picked up and a snapshot on goal. Looks pretty good. And that was Bella Reese for St Mary's. And that's probably the settler that could prove the difference in the game in the end. So a good reply there from St Mary's. Got it in their forward line, held it in, and eventually got a successful shot on goal.
Yeah, I think more than a settler, probably a sealer.
Yeah,
I think, Stu.
Yeah, at this stage.
Yeah, look, all the momentum was with districts, but they just couldn't hit up a target. And just love the way when St Mary's get the ball, they link up, they all run. And you know, I believe that Saints were really running out of legs, but you know that they got that against the Tide, and that was the sealer by my mind.
Yeah, so a 25-point margin, almost 7 minutes into this final quarter. But yeah, really enjoyed the game, Colleen. It's been entertaining, and after it looked like being a blowout for a while, it's been a real contest, and credit to Southern Districts for coming back the way they have. But now it's St Mary's through Chelsea Dunn with the mark at half forward. She kicks inside forward 50. Oh, terrific overhead mark taken in defence down there, and Southern District, sorry. Yeah,
it is good to watch the 18s, both in the boys and the girls, because this is our future. So when you're looking at drafting players, this is the age group you're looking at, and you look at a whole range of factors. So there should be a lot of focus and a lot of support and development on this group, and what we're seeing here tonight is a really good display of the talent that we have in the NTFL.
So Geeka's caught with the ball out there, and Districts clear it out of defence again. Off the hands. Quick kick in by King for St Mary's, but in defence there for Districts is Michaela Shaw. But again, it's chopped off, and it's King again for St Mary's. So Cherise King kicks long into the forward pocket. Oh, ball spilt there, but Districts get their hands on it first. The chipped kick comes across. It's chopped off down there by Rosalind Starr for St Mary's. She looks like she wants to get it going quickly. She finds some space to run on now. Kicks towards goal. Looks like a pretty good finish, but no, it's just drifted across to the right-hand side. And she probably realised that she was just out of her range and wanted to get on with it quickly and just make a few more metres to get a shot on goal, but just pushed it in, trying to get that distance.
Yeah, I think they're just happy to keep it down there in their 50 and let the clock keep going, and just prevent Districts from getting it over the centre line.
Yeah, just some hurried kicks out of defence there when they had some time, and put themselves under pressure again, and hand pass comes out. Geekus out there gets tackled with the ball, manages to get it to her boot. Running back there for St Mary's was Tarrant. She picks it up and looks to switch across the face of goal. Could be dangerous, but she's got a running player here. Runs onto it now, and that's Seaton Scott. But she couldn't take possession. But again, they've got some numbers in there and managed to work the ball out of defence down towards the centre of the ground. But St Mary's again set up behind the play, and it's Isa Bandale this time who finds Charlie Simmons, and she's been penalised for a high fend off there, and Districts waste no time playing on taking the advantage. They've got it down nearly to half forward now, but Saints with their hands off. No, just stole it off her there, Grace Whitaker, and then got caught with the ball herself, and Kira Lee Parnell will take the free kick. She sees a player in the middle of the ground, misses that target, however, and Districts rebound once again, and this time the mark's taken at centre half forward, and the opportunity to go inside 50, and again the mark's taken here by Sophie Berry for Southern Districts, and she's been a live wire up forward for them tonight. Has kicked the first goal of the quarter, and now she's got a set shot here, but the kick's on the way. It's a strong kick, and distance no problem, accuracy neither, and that's a fantastic finish, and she's kicked 2 goals in this quarter and be really pleased with her efforts, and she's willing her teammates on now, and they think there's still a chance, Colleen. Well, that's good, and you always should be believing you're in the game until that final siren goes. I just think the time is going to beat them here, but really solid effort the way that they fought there, and were able to transfer the ball into their 50, and a beautiful finish. So 11 minutes gone, and we're just waiting for the restart. Players a bit tardy in getting themselves set up. Umpire wants to get on with it, does now. Hit-outs won by Stanley for Saints, but Districts with the clearance through Georgia Campbell towards the outer side of the ground, and running onto it out there, Seaton Scott gets a hand pass inboard to Georgia Campbell. Campbell goes high in towards half forward, but Parnell for St Mary's there clears it out of defence, but chopped off in defence, but a strong tackle, and Latoya Tipalura rewarded for that tackle. She will take the free kick at half back, chips across, and finds a teammate here in Gabrielle Stanley. So Stanley inside the centre square now, advances the ball just forward of centre for Saints, but Districts again with some numbers. Going in hard there was Shaw for Southern Districts, but again ball's chopped off at half back for Saints by Tipalura, and she drives them down towards half forward now, but Southern Districts again work the ball back, but it's just kick for kick at the moment. Districts have got some numbers here. If they can take the ball cleanly, get the ball moving forward, which they do, and mark almost taken there by Bonnie Brown, but slipped over the back, and now St Mary's work it out of defence again. Charlie Simmons tackled as she tried to kick, missed the boot, and she's rightly penalised for incorrect disposal there, and it's Seaton Scott for Southern Districts kicks the ball deep inside forward 50. Saints again in defence managed to work it out, and Tipalura once again, her kick smothered this time. She works back onto it, tries to pick it up, gets tackled without it almost. Play on's the call down there. Umpire just letting it go a bit at the moment, and Saints trying to work it out, but that one's, she's wrapped up pretty strongly there, and Charlie Simmons no chance of getting that ball out, and we've got a ball up just outside forward 50 for Southern Districts. Ball's loose on the ground again, and strong once again in defence is Elcote for Southern Districts for St Mary's, but again just tried to take on one too many, got caught with the ball, and Casey Marsden made the tackle, won the free kick, kicks inside 50, and on the end of it again is Sophie Berry taking the mark. She wastes no time, plays on quickly. She's got a loose player out here in Brown. Brown tried to pick it up, does now, hand passes back outside to Berry. Berry swings around, swings towards the goal, but that one's not going to be a goal. It's fallen short, stays in the field of play. District still with an opportunity, but we've got a kicking in danger free kick here, in fact, and that's going to Whitaker for Southern District. She's on a really tight angle in the right forward pocket here, and the umpire's telling her she's got to go around even further, and she's looking around for options, but now kicks towards goal, but unfortunately she's kicked that one out of bounds on the full. But really exciting passage of play and an opportunity for Districts that they just couldn't quite take, and that's probably been the story of the night. They just haven't been able to take most of the opportunities that they've had. So Saints will be happy to take their time bringing this one into play. And it's Pollard for St Mary's, who kicks towards the outer side of the ground. Whitaker's in there again, couldn't take the mark, it spilt through her hands. Parnell's in there for Saints, picks up, hand passes inboard. As the siren goes, and the final short score shows that St Mary's 6-8-44 have defeated Southern Districts 3-6-24. So Saints win this game, go on to the grand final to play against Darwin Buffets next week, who they played in the second semi-final last week and lost by 6 points. So that'll be a fantastic contest. But really enjoyed tonight's game, Colleen. I thought it was a really even contest. Saints just were more efficient going forward when they had to be, and that was the difference in the game, really. Yeah,
absolutely. I just think that Districts fought hard, but they were always defending. They just weren't composed enough with their disposal, and perhaps needed to work a little bit harder to make the space. But, you know, it was a good contest. I'm really impressed with the game of Marietta Puljimi and Charlotte Elcote.
Yeah,
she was fantastic. She's a strong player. He really takes it on. You know, probably best out there for my mind. And Madison Harris, she was dangerous up forward. For Southern Districts, Brooklyn Tarrant, I liked her game. Grace Whitaker was everywhere. And then near the end, Sophie Berry really came into the game in the forward line. I just thought a well fought out prelim. Unfortunately for Districts, they're out, and they'll start thinking about next year. Yeah. But you know, fought to the end. That's what we want to see.
Yeah, good accurate wrap up, Colleen. I agree with you. And great contest. And there's always got to be a loser, of course, in finals. And Saints live to fight another day next week. So thanks again, and thanks viewers. Hope you enjoyed it, and make sure you're back for grand finals next week.